Hey guys, what's going on? Josh Pickey here. And just a quick encouragement tonight, man. I really just feel the presence of the Lord on this. And I feel like the Lord's just commissioning me tonight just to say, have no fear. And if you dwell in God's presence, if you know God, I mean, this, there's nothing like knowing God and knowing his promises. And one thing that my dad has been doing for a while is praying, and I think it's been years now. He's praying Psalm 91 over our entire family, and the reality of Psalm 91. And I want to read it over you right now, and just commission you and encourage you to be one who dwells in God's presence and be one who seeks God with their life. The reality is this body that we live in, each one of our bodies this temporal body we live in is going to die. And really it matters, where is your spirit going? Where are you with God? And whether you die tomorrow or whether you die in a week, and so people don't think they're going to die ever. Sometimes, especially the younger you are, the more you feel like you're going to live forever. But it's going to happen. And where are you with God? Are you dwelling in the secret place of his presence, or are you dwelling somewhere else? And so look at this. Psalm 91 says, he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that stalks in darkness. You can't see. I've just been doing some reading. I haven't paid too much attention to the coronavirus, other than, my investments have gone down quite a bit. But, that's what happens. Investments go down and up, and fear goes down and up, and, terror goes down and up. And I'm just not going to be one that fears. I'm not going to be one that I'm going to trust in God, and I'm going to trust in that his power covers me, and his grace covers me, and his healing covers me. And so look at verse 6, nor his pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only look with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge, no evil shall be allowed to befall you, nor any plague come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they shall bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion. To me I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. So, if this isn't you, then yeah, I understand why you're afraid. Because if God isn't your shelter, then what is? You? You're not God, man. You don't have the universe in your hand. God has the universe in his hand. And so if he's not your shelter, I understand. I would be afraid if I was you. My encouragement is make God your shelter, and do it now. Let this be a turning point. Let something of even the nature of reality, and we don't see the pain and the poverty and the despair of nations that don't have the good times and the prosperity that we have, and we're just oblivious to it. So a worldwide epidemic comes, and we don't know what to do. And I would encourage you, make the Lord your dwelling place, make the Lord your shelter. Read Psalm 91 and just crowd to God and say, let this be me, God. I want to hide in your shelter. I don't want to be afraid. I don't want to be fearful, but I want to be confident in your grace and your power over my life. So that's it. I pray that over you. I pray that if it's not you, that you would make it you. And if it is you, rejoice, because his power is greater and his grace is greater. And, don't let yourself be held back from, was my pastor put a little email today and just said, basically just don't worry about it. Come to church anyway, and stuff like that. So, if you're considering holding up in your house and not going to work or not going to school, don't do that. Get out. I mean, I just read an article today that said probably at least 20 to somewhere between 20 and 60% of the world is going to contract this virus. And so most people don't die from it. It's only mostly elderly and already sick people that are more kind of susceptible to it. And so, but I just pray that fear would leave, and I pray that this would be you. Psalm 91 would be your portion, and that God's healing and his life and his presence would cover you right now, and he would speak to your heart. In Jesus' name. Have a great night. I'm going to bed because I lose an hour's sleep tonight, so I got to get up an hour early and get my butt to church. Love you guys.